Hello my bunnies, welcome back. Today we are making the perfect Thanksgiving treat. We are making marshmallows that look like roasted turkeys. So let's get started. So these marshmallows are homemade. They are infinitely better than anything you can buy at the grocery store. And I'm gonna show you how to baste them so that they actually look like they are glistening and from the oven. Okay, so first we're going to make the marshmallow base. I placed 1/3 cup or 78 milliliters of cold water into the bowl of an electric mixer and sprinkled 2½ teaspoons or 7½ grams of powdered gelatin on top, and then let that sit for 5 minutes. This is like our little form of multitasking because as we do the next step, the gelatin will bloom and it'll be ready for us when we need it. Then I poured 1 cup or 200 grams of granulated sugar and 1/4 cup or 94 milliliters of cold water into a small pot and set it to medium-high heat. So before I actually turned the gas on, I stirred it and made sure that the sugar was fully dissolved, and then I added the heat, and then we're not going to touch it because if we touch it, it can crystallize and we don't want that to happen. And then we're just going to insert a thermometer and boil the sugar until it reaches 238 degrees Fahrenheit, or I'll have the Celsius on the screen because that is the one thing I forgot to convert before I started shooting this. Then once it reaches that temperature, we are going to pour that into our gelatin mixture and then hold the whisk of your electric mixer attachment and whisk it together so that the gelatin melts and everything mixes and it's all nice together. And then we're going to stick that onto the electric mixer and beat it for around 8 minutes on medium-high speed. Then at the 8-minute mark, you can look at the screen and see what your marshmallow should look like at that time. I added some vanilla extract, some cinnamon, and some brown food coloring, obviously because it needs to look like turkey color. And so I only used 1/2 teaspoon or 2 grams of cinnamon just because I wanted it to have a bit of warmth to the marshmallow, but I didn't want the flavor to be too strong. You could add up to 1 teaspoon if you love your cinnamon, or you could also add like chai spice mix. That would work really, really well too. And then I beat it for 1 more minute. And as you can see, the marshmallow kind of falls from the whisk, but it stays thick enough so that it piles on top of itself. That's the consistency that you want. And then I spooned about 3/4 of the mixture into a piping bag fitted with a large round piping tip, and then the rest of the mixture into a piping bag fitted with a kind of small medium size piping tip. I'll link all the piping tips I use down below in case like you don't want to make a mistake. And then I just piped the turkey's bodies. So you can see that the angle that I held the piping bag is kind of upwards because we want to add height to the marshmallow. We don't want them to be flat. We want them to have that little arc that turkeys do. So we're going to do the bodies first, and then I took the bag with the smaller piping tip and I did the legs. So the technique that worked best for me for the legs is I guess we'll use like meat terminology here. We're gonna do the thigh first and then pause your piping and kind of separate it and then do another little dollop to do, I guess like the calf or like the end of the thigh. This is not technical, who am I kidding? I don't roast meat, okay? The only meat I make are it's like marshmallow meat. That way seemed to make it look the most realistic or turkey-like. So after I did that to all the turkeys, I got some mini marshmallows and stuck them on the ends to look like those little chef hats. I think it's so cute. Initially I was gonna make a whole nother batch of marshmallow and just keep it white, but then I realized that mini marshmallows work and it will save you guys so much time. So definitely recommend doing it this way. We are going to let the marshmallows sit for about 6 hours or up to overnight. We want them to be firm enough so that they hold their shape and they're fully set, but we don't want them to be so, I guess, I don't know, dry that like the surface is hard. And now we're gonna do something a little different. So if you've seen my other marshmallow videos, you know that this is the point where we take the confectioner sugar and the cornstarch, mix it together, and then coat the marshmallows. That's like the traditional marshmallow coating, but we're gonna do a little different here because I want the turkeys to look like they are roasted, like they have bean browned in the oven. So we're gonna take some cocoa powder and get a pastry paintbrush and brush the surface of the turkeys. So the surface of the marshmallows should still be slightly tacky after letting them rest, and this tackiness is going to allow the cocoa powder to adhere. Then we're just gonna dust off the excess. My favorite way of serving these is with hot chocolate. Pause, this is so important. I will change your life. When you're making hot chocolate, you use chocolate from a chocolate bar and you use half milk, half cream. It is so much better than just using regular milk. But this was not the fun tip that I warned about or hinted about at the beginning of the video. The fun tip is that now it is time to baste our marshmallows. So if you have guests over, this is like when you want to instruct them to baste them with the hot chocolate, and this will give them the glistening effect and make them look like they are straight from the oven and they're glistening turkeys. You just ate turkey for dinner, now you can have turkey dessert. I have a Rice Krispie turkey video as well. Like, honestly, what is wrong with me? It's so cute though. I think it's so cute. So definitely check out that video, and I'll see you guys next Friday for a new video.